Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the #1 professional wrestling radio show in Las Vegas. This is the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Going bell to bell with the best in professional wrestling news, entertainment, and lots of Sin City surprises from inside the squared circle. Now, let's get to all the exciting pro wrestling action and bring on the host. Here is Mark Hoke.
And good morning, Las Vegas. Word up.
Word up. Yo, check out my voice, man. Very raspy. Hello, ladies.
I think we both got some voice issues today.
Yeah, it was a wild one. Wow one. Good morning, Las Vegas, worldwide, everybody out there.
And anybody that's picking it up on another planet, universe, maybe we've got some transmissions going out through the transmissions.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I don't know, man.
Universal vibrations. That's what I was looking for.
Amen. I'm the David Difference with Mark the Hoke. Oh, what a difference.
Mark the Hoke.
Oh, what a difference a Dave made.
God, I haven't heard that for a long time.
They used to call you Mark the Hoke?
No, someone would say you Mark the Hoke.
I don't get it.
You take a pen.
And they would put a pin on your forehead? Yeah, you got bullied.
Yeah, whatever.
Mark the Hoke.
Unbelievable.
Oh, man, we're going to try that. Good morning, though.
This is the Mark Hoke Show here on KDAWN 101.5 FM. It is the talk of Las Vegas. Very happy to have you with us wherever you're listening, whether it be on 101.5 FM, the talk of Las Vegas, worldwide on the Odyssey app, streaming on YouTube, Facebook. We're on Twitch.
Oh, yeah.
We have some other alternatives we didn't get to discuss, by the way. There's a new one we'll maybe check into.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
If it ain't Instagram, I don't know.
Actually, that is the new alternative.
Oh, is it? It could stream?
Yeah.
We're there.
They just added that.
We're there.
So
we're there like air.
Or bear.
Oh, jeez.
Or nair.
You nair your legs?
No, I don't.
Right.
I did have to shave my legs in college, though.
For the swim team, I get it.
No, not for the swim team. Athletic training. Taping class.
Taping class?
Yes, taping class.
Taping class?
Yeah, we had to learn to, when you tape body parts for athletic training. We had to shave our legs.
I'm gonna leave that alone, man.
They wouldn't let us use pre-wrap because we don't want to waste the pre-wrap. So shave your legs, fellas.
That makes sense. And you've been doing it ever since.
No.
That's beautiful, man.
Should I kick my legs up on the stand during the break?
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Show us your new high heels I got you for Christmas.
Oh, geez, sweet. At least I got a Christmas present.
Hey, can I thank some people?
Yeah, but let's tell everybody what the show's about. It is the best of pro wrestling news and entertainment.
Yeah, go for it.
So we want to thank everybody for being with us today. We certainly do appreciate it. I'm Mark Hoke, David Difference.
And, what a difference Dave makes.
And we had I'll tell you, there is a ton of pro wrestling going on in Las Vegas last night, coming up. Man, everybody is coming to Vegas. This is getting crazy, David Difference.
Everybody is definitely coming to Las Vegas, man.
I mean, we are the sports capital of the United States all of a sudden. I don't know who's not coming here, but we now have, coming up in February, AEW just announced Super Bowl weekend. Yeah, the Super Bowl is going to be here, if you didn't know that. And AEW is going to be doing Collision on the Saturday before the Super Bowl. How awesome is that? That's going to be at the Dollar Loan Center. And we're still waiting for the announcement about Double or Nothing. And by the way, Matt Black, who's hoping from WrestleZone that Double or Nothing will not be in Las Vegas. Well, I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to, if we get out to the Royal Rumble, I'm going to buzz up to Jacksonville and I'm going to stop by the AEW offices.
Oh yeah. And do what?
We're going to have a talk with Tony.
Oh, I like that. Have a sit down.
We don't want to do the Bobby Heenan Camel thing, but didn't Randy Savage get carried in?
Yeah, by the
I say that we make an offer to Tony Khan that, if as long as Double or Nothing comes in, we will get some people and carry him into the team, into T-Mobile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your pitch, huh? Bring it here, and we'll get some people. Like, he can't get some people to carry him to the ring.
We'll save him some money.
Yeah, I think he'd pass, but you never know. It's worth a shot.
I mean, whatever we got to do.
I don't. Well, I don't know about that.
Dave, you could drive him around.
Huh?
Saving the limos and the Ubers.
What is he slumming it now?
No,
this is Tony Khan, man. He come out, he get in, get out.
You got a nice car.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate. Oh yeah, I'll pick him up.
But that's going on. Of course, Hard to Kill and Snake Eyes TNA as the rebrand happens January 13th and 14th at the Palms.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going on. So they're coming out here. And of course, last night, Future Stars of Wrestling. You had your big event.
Headlocks and Hearts. Like, I don't know why people, like, you got to understand the magic that I put behind this thing.
Man,
don't forget the
ton of toys.
Yeah, we did it, man. Last night, Headlocks and Hearts, FSW, Smile Driver, it came together. It was a beautiful tag team partnership of pro wrestlers and communities that really came together, man, to gather toys for Nevada Partnership for Homeless Youth. And I want to tell you, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of toys.
Oh, man, that's great.
Our goal was to fill that ring, and we couldn't even get the toys into the ring. There were so many. But it was a beautiful night, a lot of magic moments. Real quick, I just want to thank definitely Marlene, who probably collected 200 plus toys by herself. And then just everybody that helped me wrap boxes and donations and CIM marketing partners. Like, everybody just chipped in, man. And we're going to do a lot for these kids.
Yeah. I mean, they're not kidding. Giant boxes of toys surrounding the ring last night. It was terrific. I mean, and congratulations to you, Dave, and Headlocks Hearts. Just
a huge shot to Rocky T. Like that, It wouldn't have gotten done the way it was. I mean, obviously 2 days before we were like, let's make this a Christmas thing, and got to it, and he got the place all decorated. Shout out to him and his wife. And just Rocky's that guy, man. He's the make it happen captain. He gets it done, and I'm blessed to have him on the team.
Yep. So terrific event last night. Awesome wrestling, and we have a teaser that something really, really stupid happened in that building last night. Something really incredibly stupid.
I must have missed it. Did I miss it?
I don't know if you did or not. You might have looked away.
You know what? Maybe we'll play it.
Oh God! But anyway. Well, we're gonna save that for really late in the show.
Oh,
but we have two great guests on today's show. Terrific guests.
Tell me about it. Terrific, huh?
Coming up in just a little bit, we will be hearing from one half of the TNA World Tag Team Champions, Ace Austin.
Okay.
So we're gonna get him on the show. And Colin Tessler from WrestleZone, Fightful, and pretty much wherever else he wants to go is going to be joining us in the second hour on the show.
He can go everywhere?
He can.
Oh, okay.
I mean, people interview him just because he's awesome.
Oh, well, good. I'm looking forward to that, man. I'm going to get his take on CM Punk, see what side of the fence he was on. I'm making a list.
Checking it twice?
Yes, sir.
What would make him naughty or nice?
If he was one of those that was like, Punk would never come back, and get it out of your head, you're delusional, David. Come to find out, I'm all-knowing.
Really?
I'm not?
No.
Please. I mean, you won't admit it.
You've been wrong. You have been wrong far more than you've been right.
You're so full of it. You have no clue. You don't know what you don't know. What you don't know could fill a book, Mark.
Wow.
and you could be the bookmark. Who's leaving a comment today? Get in the chat box.
Yeah, guys, please, because this is going to be a very entertaining show today. We promise you. So we hope you stick around for both hours of the Mark Hoke Show here on KDAWN. And you know what we probably should do is get our break in a little bit early because we got a lot of time with Ace Austin. And by the way, a slight throwing of Chris Bay, his tag team partner ABC, under the bus.
Ooh,
in this thing.
I'm looking forward to that. I just seen Chris Bay last night. Headlocks and Hearts Holiday Smile Driver, man. Main event. Him and Shogun. Good stuff.
Yeah, it was a great card last night. And yeah, we got to see Chris Bay. And I'm sure you're going to be seeing a lot of those guys at Hard to Kill and Snake Eyes over that weekend. It's going to be a blast. Get your tickets, man.
And also coming up, we got our third guest, Ripple Man. Call in.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's my guy. Ripple Man. This is your notice. Call in during the break.
Unreal. David Difference, just an obsession.
That's my guy, man.
So I'll tell you what, let's take our break. And then when we come back, we are going to hear from the one half of the TNA World Tag Team Champions, Ace Austin, here on the Mark Hoke Show. So stick around, everybody. It's the best in pro wrestling news and entertainment. David Difference.
Yay.
He's lost his mind, but I still keep him on the show. I'm Mark Hoke. We'll be right back.
Financial literacy is the best equalizer and fastest path out of situational and generational poverty. Junior Achievement of Southern Nevada has led the way in teaching financial and workforce education to students in kindergarten through 12th grade. But Junior Achievement can't do it alone, so we invite the business community and general public to join us by investing in youth today to prepare them for the business of life. There are many ways to get involved by sponsoring, donating, or volunteering.
You can change the future for all Nevadans.
Learn more at jasnv.org. This message is sponsored by the Junior Achievement of Southern Nevada, aired in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station. Learn more at jasnv.org. That's jasnv.org.
Fall is here, and with it, flu, RSV, and COVID-19 season, putting your family at risk. Vaccinate them now and give them the superpowers that will keep them healthy and safe. Remember that for flu and COVID-19, you can vaccinate your family starting at 6 months of age, and for RSV, starting at 60 years old. Check with your healthcare provider or visit immunizenevada.org and get them vaccinated. With health, there is life.
This message is sponsored by Immunize Nevada, aired in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
Your passion to serve could make a world of difference to nonprofit organizations in your local community. Organizations across Nevada are looking to fill board and committee positions with professionals like you who care about local community needs. Board Connect is a new service matching your unique talents with organizations working on issues that are important to you. In this virtual hub, there are hundreds of nonprofits whose work supports essential services and programs. Nevada Volunteers and its partners created Board Connect for individuals and communities striving for bright futures. Take a moment to register. Your service will be a meaningful investment in others and yourself. Board Connect is easy to use, and best of all, it's free. For more information and to register, go to nevadavolunteers.org. That's nevadavolunteers.org. This message sponsored by Nevada Volunteers and Volunteers Generation Fund, aired in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
For 30 years, the LGBTQ Center of Nevada has been a safe and welcoming place to celebrate and serve the entire community. The center advocates for the empowerment and safety of everyone. It provides wellness services for better mental, physical, and holistic health. And the center connects people to the community. Learn more at thecenterlv.org. This message is sponsored by a grant through the Sands Corporation, aired in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
1015 FM KDAWN. This is the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
And we are back on the Mark Hoke Show here on KDAWN 1015 FM. The Talk of Las Vegas. It is the best in pro wrestling news and entertainment. I am the aforementioned one, along with my tag team partner. Wait, does he really have to be my tag team partner?
No, not in your. I'll be your valet.
No.
Strategist.
No.
How about? Oh yeah, kayfabe friend. You like that?
Eh.
All right, who's that? What do you mean? Yeah, tag team partners. Let's just go with Ripple Man's in the building, man.
Is he?
Yeah. He got no toys to donate, man.
What do we got? What do we got?
He's not worthy.
He's not worthy.
He didn't donate any toys to Headlocks and Hearts, and he feels bad. But I understand, man. You gotta get that Ripple, man. Some things are more important than the kids, I guess.
Wow.
Call in. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
We'll talk through it. Just call in, man.
We appreciate you listening to the show. That's a contribution enough.
Oh yeah. Well,
tell 10 friends.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah. And if you're out there watching on Facebook or YouTube, just share it. Hit that share button one time, man. And that's all you got to do. And you can go on. You did something good. And we're just trying to grow this thing and spread the message of pro wrestling and love and joy and happiness and peace and goodwill amongst men and women.
Wow.
Hello, ladies.
We just want to talk about people getting beat up. That's even more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love wrestling, man.
Yeah, it's a great time. So we do appreciate it. That's what we do because pro wrestling's fun. That's why we do the show.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I'm telling you, like it never feels like work. And I always wonder, like we talked to Van Vliet and everything. It's like, do you ever just get burnt out? But it's like it's energizing. So it doesn't matter where you're going or how much you're traveling. It's like it's fun, man. When you're doing stuff you love, that's what life's about, man. We're all gonna clock out at some point, and like while you're here, man, make magic and do things you are passionate about. Shout out to everybody that has a passion and a purpose, right there.
There you go. Well, a guy with a purpose is our next guest on the show. Got a chance to talk to him earlier this week. We're going to see him here in Las Vegas in a few weeks. Man, that's only a few weeks away, Dave. At Hard to Kill and Snake Eyes for TNA is Impact Wrestling switching back to the TNA name coming up. It's going to be an awesome time at the Palms. He is one half of the TNA World Tag Team Champions, ABC, along with Chris Bay. Remember the Bullet Club, too sweet.
Yeah, I love that theme music.
It's bad, man. I love the Bullet Club.
Mm-hmm.
They're awesome. He is the one and only Ace Austin. And we are on the Mark Hoke Show, and we are welcoming in the 3-time Impact X Division champion. And I guess we can't say Impact anymore. We've got to say TNA X Division champion and the current TNA World Tag Team champion, along with his partner Chris Bay from ABC and member of the Bullet Club. Ace Austin is in the house. Ace, what's going on, my friend? How are you?
Hello, I'm great. Me and Chris Bay, ABC, we're on top of the world right now. PWI put us, number 6. We're up at the very top of the best tag teams in the world, and with Final Resolution behind us, the final Impact Wrestling show under the Impact Wrestling banner, we have officially become the final Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions, and now we are going to be the very first TNA Tag Team Champions, leading the charge in this new generation of TNA.
Well, and let's start with that PWI ranking because, I was there in Las Vegas when, you guys challenged the Motor City Machine Guns. And I had just interviewed Chris a couple days before that and was talking to him about, him possibly challenging for the X Division title. Then all of a sudden you guys roll out there. There's a promo and an IKEA chant, and I apologize because I started that. And and all of a sudden, you guys are the World Tag Team Champions, and off you go. And now the two of you have incredibly evolved into being one of the top tag teams in the world. How did that happen? So, and especially so quickly.
Yeah, I think we were. I think we were. The whole PWI list is subjective, right? It's all opinion. We all like to look at it as a good measure of our success, but there are some discrepancies. In my opinion, we were easily top 5, if not top 4. But it all came together really because it goes all the way back to my first tour of Japan. New Japan was interested in bringing me in for the Super Juniors. And so it was kind of a perfect storm, right? The Bullet Club presence in Impact Wrestling had been apparent LG and Carl Anderson came in. So they definitely were aware of me. They had eyes on me. They had some interest in me, unbeknownst to me at the time. And then when I went in for the Super Juniors, I made such an impression, such an impact, as it were, on the New Japan world that Bullet Club really recognized me as one of the top promising people up next. And so they started some conversations with me. They put some feelers out. And by the end of that first Japan tour, it seemed clear to me that the best choice for me to make at the time would be to join Bullet Club. They were interested. And when a group as prestigious as Bullet Club is interested, it's hard to say no. An offer you can't pass up, really. And so joining Bullet Club just sort of happened out of opportunity. And then once I was in and I came home, all of a sudden the writing was kind of just on the wall. Chris Bay had already been recruited into Bullet Club. He was already part of Impact. Him and I had been great. We had great chemistry as opponents in the X division. And so now that we were both a part of Bullet Club, coming back to Impact after that first Super Junior tour, it just seemed like, hey, let's give this a try. And all of a sudden, it just started flowing. Sometimes you just really capture a spark. You really find something that works when you're not looking for it. Neither one of us wanted to be in a tag team. Neither one of us, thought that was like the next best thing for us. But it was an opportunity, and neither one of us are above tackling opportunities, right? So we just kind of we almost just fell into that tag team position, like, let's give this a try. And then it just started working. And especially when you are in there with guys like the Motor City Machine Guns, of course, you really have to step up and elevate your game to sort of, to compete with that, to match that. And neither Chris Bay nor I want to be anything less than the best. So we put all of our effort into whatever's in front of us. And that was just the tag team thing at the time. And so it went so well in Impact that it became clear, okay, how about we go do the Super Junior Tag League? And then when we did that, it was just a whole, I don't know if we would be the team that we are today if not for us doing that Super Junior Tag League, because we were still a brand new team when we went out to Japan to do that. And that gave us the perfect opportunity to spend as much time together as possible, bonding and creating the necessary tag team chemistry. And also from a performance perspective, we were doing multiple matches per week throughout all of Japan. And so it really sharpened our skills quickly. I don't know if we would have been able to sharpen our skills together as quickly had we not been able to do that tour together. So coming back from that, we were just like a whole different team than the one we were before we left. And so getting right back into the tag team mix at Impact, we just started pushing forward, pushing ahead, and then Motor City Machine Guns started finding success in more singles activities, and it kind of opened the door for us to kick it in.
So give everybody a little idea of where the TNA tag team situation is right now. Who are you guys looking at in terms of current challengers for people that may not have been following TNA as tightly as they should?
Sure. Well, I don't know if we're ever going to get rid of the thorn that is the Rascals, fortunately. I thought that we had put that behind us. But if final resolution this past weekend is evidence of anything, that's not going to happen. I don't think that I'm ever going to be able to get Trey off my back. Trey and I have been on career parallels, if you want to call it that, Trey and I have basically been competing with each other since 2017, since long before either one of us were signed to Impact or any sort of TV deal. When I first moved out to the Midwest in 2017 to further my young pro wrestling career, one of the young prospects out here was Trey. And so we both ended up we lived together. We were roommates. I was roommates with both Trey and Zach and Myron, the third rascal. I was roommates with all of them back then, back in 2017. And we were all training under the same person. We were all working for the same places weekly. We were traveling together a whole lot. We were really good friends for a long time, but that competition was always there. It was always looming. It was all three. It was just all a whole bunch of young guys trying to make it. And that has never stopped. Even after the Impact deal came, it came for us both, right? So Trey ended up landing on Impact. I ended up landing on Impact. And then there we were again, the same thing as 2017. There we were again competing for a spot. And there's just an undeniable, I guess maybe chemistry is what you would call it. But there's just an undeniable magic that happens between Trey and I. And I think it's just because neither one of us will ever accept a position below the other. We're always pushing for the top. So I've been married to Trey since then, and I don't think that I will ever be able to shake him. As long as he is in my vicinity, he'll never leave me alone. So of course the Rascals, we got to be aware of them. They're not gonna let us, get away scot-free with these titles. So we gotta keep an eye out for them. But as far as other teams go, I think the unique thing, one of the most special things about Impact Wrestling and now TNA is the open door policy, right? We have the most effective open door policy of any company in the world right now. There is almost no restriction to who can come through our doors and challenge. So that's really exciting. It could literally be anybody, as long as another company or a group of people or whoever's in charge of whoever, as long as they are willing to come and challenge, the door will always be open. There's hardly any restriction or reason to not let somebody come in. So there are so many teams out there beyond TNA that could easily come in and give it a shot. And I think that's there's a lot of really exciting things there. You can't just put it under the one umbrella, right? It's not just the teams in TNA that we have to be aware of. It could really be anybody. It could be anybody at all.
So we could be getting a surprise here in Las Vegas for Ace Austin and our good friend Chris Bay at Hard to Kill.
At the moment, nobody is really in a number one contender position, right? We ended the year as the final Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions, definitively, against Myers and Eddie. And now there is not really anybody poised at the top of the ladder to challenge us next. So I would say a surprise challenge to kick off this new generation of TNA is inevitable.
It could be interesting, to say the least. And it's going to be an awesome weekend coming up here in Las Vegas, January 13th and 14th, with the Hard to Kill pay-per-view, and then Snake Eyes with the TV tapings coming up. We've got Okada coming in here on that Sunday. And Will Ospreay's going to be wrestling Josh Alexander too. I mean, what an amazing way this is going to be to kick off the new era with TNA, Ace. I mean, I can't imagine what we're going to be seeing.
We've done nothing but knock it out of the park every single time. We've been selling out events consistently, and all of our events have delivered for the last, year plus. Honestly, everything we've been doing has been, you can't call it hit or miss. It's all been hit. We've just been hitting and hitting and hitting. this, I don't know if there's a better place for us to revamp this brand than Las Vegas. I mean, it's going to be so exciting. The bright lights, the big city, the people. It's going to be huge. It's going to be really, really huge. And I think the next year is going to be, man, who knows what's in store. We really have the whole world at our fingertips with this TNA thing. And I'm just beyond excited about it.
All right. And we're going to hear more, Dave, from Ace. But can you tell how excited these guys are? You know, we've heard from Diener and Josh Alexander. Man, they're pumped.
Yeah, it's definitely a new energy, man. When they initially said, hey, we're switching to going back, we was like, what does this mean? But I mean, it means energy, man, and excitement. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. And I think that's going to bring a lot of beautiful things to come for TNA.
Absolutely. So let's step back. Let's take a break. And we are going to hear more from Ace Austin from TNA as they get ready for Hard to Kill and Snake Eyes coming up here at the Palms January 13th and 14th. We're going to hear from something really cool he did back in South Central Pennsylvania, my old stomping grounds, and a little secret about Chris Bay.
What?
Yeah, pretty cool stuff. So stick around, more on the Mark Hoke Show. We'll be right back.
Hello, Jan from Toyota here.
Hi, Jan. With the Grand Highlander we got at Toyotathon, we've been able to do so much. 5 different ski trips, 4 family functions, 3 potlucks, 2 shopping sprees, and a really big tree.
Wow, I'm really impressed.
Dealer inventory may vary. Offers are subject to change throughout Toyotathon, which ends on January 2nd. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Visit your Southern Nevada Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
Hi, this is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. The holiday season should remind us that faith and family are the most important things in life. And we hope that you succeed in coming together with those you love this holiday season. Holidays have this magical power to magnify small things to ever greater memories over time. Happy holidays.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's attorneys or affiliate attorneys in your state. Call 833-MEN-LAW-1. Joseph Cordell, Principal Partner. Licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. CordellCordell.com.
With the holidays upon us, the increase in traveling, shopping, and connecting online also heightens the need to protect your identity and finances with LifeLock. Identity thieves see this time of year as an opportunity to drain your accounts, open new loans in your name, and damage your financial future. LifeLock detects and alerts you to threats you might miss on your own. Don't let the busy holiday season catch you off guard. Save up to 25% off your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com.
Rural Nevada, we see you. The immediate mental health care team understands the unique struggles adults face. If you or someone you know is experiencing a mental health crisis related to economic issues, substance misuse, anxiety, grief, loneliness, or more, you don't have to face this alone. Call 877-283-2437 and connect with the immediate mental health care team within minutes and find the support you need to reclaim your well-being. Rural Nevadans, call us at 877-283-2437. That's 877-283-2437. Your journey towards healing starts now. Call the immediate mental health care team at 877-283-2437 to find the support you need. That's 877-283-2437. This message, funded by a grant through the Nevada Division of Public and Behavioral Health, aired in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
Unsafe sleep conditions cause serious injury and even death to infants. Never sleep with your baby on a sofa, in a chair, or in an adult bed. Protect the baby you love from becoming a tragic statistic. The only safe place for your baby to sleep is alone, on its back, in a crib, and in your room. For more information, visit cribsforkids.org. That's cribsforkids.org. This message is sponsored by the Division of Public and Behavioral Health, aired in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
There is one word that is consistent throughout the entire state of Nevada: community. As our state continues to grow, now more than ever, Nevadans are pulling together to help, support, and pitch in. If you or someone you know is looking to get more active in your community, Nevada Volunteers can help. NevadaVolunteers.org is an easy way to find volunteer opportunities in your area. with organizations that share your passion. From working with animals, art and culture, children, or disaster relief, NevadaVolunteers.org is the gateway to many community organizations who can benefit from someone like you. Looking to help out the environment? How about equality and social justice or health and hunger issues? NevadaVolunteers.org has a full listing of volunteer opportunities in your area. To learn more about volunteering, visit NevadaVolunteers.org. This message, sponsored by Nevada Volunteers, aired in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
1015 FM KDAWN. You're listening to the #1 professional wrestling radio show in Vegas, The Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Now, here again is Mark Hoke.
And we return to the Mark Hoke Show here on KDAWN 1015 FM, the talk of Las Vegas, streaming live on the Odyssey app and live streaming on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch.
About to be Instagram.
Uh-oh.
Me.
David Difference.
Yeah, buddy.
You gotta free yourself up for these interviews, man.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, shaking and moving. It's always last minute. I mean, that's kind of tough, you know.
I know.
I don't even know how you show up for them, but
I don't either.
You the guy.
Do what you
but
gotta do.
it's good stuff, man. You like the yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
What you
couldn't find a parallel there. That's okay.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
All right. Well, let's hear more from one half of the AEW World Tag Team Champions. He is Ace Austin. Well, what does it mean to you to be standing beside, Chris and Alex as the champions that are going to be leading the way into the new era? Because obviously so many great names have held the championships for Impact and TNA over the years.
Oh,
and here you guys are. You're the ones. I mean, you and Chris Bay are the guys. I mean, that's got to be a cool feeling to know that it's you.
It's an unbelievable. Yeah, it's really a lot of validation for years and years and years of extremely hard work. I have dedicated every bit of my life to professional wrestling since I started training really in 2014. That's my first day of training was May 27th, 2014. I started training at the Wild Samoan Training Center in Allentown, Pennsylvania. And ever since then, it has been everything I do with pro wrestling in mind. Every decision I make, I do with my career in mind. And being in the position that we're in is really just I can't really think of a better word than validation. It's really just it's the position that I always saw myself being in, as like a figurehead, as a face of a company, as just one of those guys that's looked at as a pillar. And I've pushed really. I've done such great work in Impact that I feel like we'll never get the recognition it deserves. And hopefully now with this TNA rebranding, there's something about the three letters. There's something about three strong letters that really puts a company in a better position. There's something that pro wrestling fans really adore about a three-letter name. The Impact never really got the love that it deserved for whatever reason, but we've done so much work to wipe away any of the negative reputation that remained from years and years before. And now the time is now for this new team, this effective and successful team, to take those three letters, to take that TNA and to make it what it always could have been. And being the inaugural champion of this new generation is something that the history books will recognize forever. And the only thing I can ever hope for is for what I do in this business to be remembered forever.
Well, that is awesome. I wanted to ask you about the training because that's kind of my territory a little bit. I'm from South Central Pennsylvania. Grew up in the York, Harrisburg, Lancaster area.
Yeah.
I
grew up. Yeah, I grew up in Berks County.
Yeah, I saw it. Where'd you go to high school?
Went to Conrad Weiser High School. I actually just put on a fundraiser wrestling event, first ever wrestling event at Conrad Weiser, just at the beginning of November. And I did it to raise money for the musical theater program. And it was because the musical theater program supported me and lifted me up when I was a student. It's one of the reasons I was able to chase my dreams without any sort of limitation. They let me believe that anything was possible, and it is. So I wanted to give back. I put on a fundraiser show, and it was amazing. It was it was a really fulfilling moment for me.
Oh, that's terrific. What was it like training at the Samoan school? Because even when I was young, I saw the ads for the Samoan school.
Yeah.
And I was always curious about it. So tell us a little bit about that experience.
It was spectacular. I cannot think of a better way for me to have entered the business than under the Wild Samoans. I mean, obviously, the family lineage alone, right? You can't, the Wild Samoans are synonymous with pro wrestling. And so getting in on the ground level with them and learning the fundamentals, I can literally wrestle in my sleep because of the fundamental training I got from the Wild Samoans. I had a match back in 2016, I think, 16 or 17, where I got knocked out in the ring. And I wrestled for 15 minutes. And it's a great match. It's on YouTube. I wrestled for 15 minutes, totally unconscious. I don't remember any of the match. My lights were completely out. But I was able to not only complete the match, but still have a good match with just out of my feet completely. And that's because pro wrestling is it's in my blood. It's really ingrained in me. It's quite literally second nature. And I think a lot of that has to do with the stress that the Samoans put on the fundamentals. You really couldn't get anywhere without hard work when it came to the Samoans. We used to have to do 500 squats when we started training, and however many push-ups, however many sit-ups, whatever. That was the beginning of training. And then we'd have to run until our legs didn't work anymore before we even got to do any wrestling work. And that's because you need to be able to perform under any circumstances. And they really wanted to stress that. And so I'm a machine. I really just can't be stopped in the ring. And I have to give a lot of the credit on that to the Wild Samoans. As far as fundamental training goes, I really don't know of anywhere better than the Samoan system.
Wow, that is an amazing story. That very cool. And I want to hear more.
And of course, I can't be remiss to leave out all of the connections that opens up too. Obviously, with the Wild Samoans being so well connected throughout the whole wrestling industry, that was a really important thing for me to do. Now, when I tell people I was trained by the Wild Samoans, obviously everybody knows who that is. That nobody can question that I didn't get a good base of training, because when you say the name like the Wild Samoans, they go, "Oh, okay, so you know what you're doing then. You have to know what you're doing if you came through there." And that's completely the case.
And of course, we're on the Mark Hoke Show with Ace Austin. And I'm going to give you a chance here to have a little fun with Chris Bay. Tell us something we don't know about Chris Bay that might make us smile just a little bit. As good of Chris Bay's in incredible shape, right? The guy looks amazing, and he works incredibly hard. He doesn't eat. He just does, like, the man. He's a very picky eater, and especially when we were in Japan, it was really hard for him to find things that he liked. He needs to eat. If he started eating way more, wait until he gets his I don't want to say diet in check. Diet has a very negative connotation to it. But once he gets once he starts eating more, he's going to be the shape that he's in right now is incredible. And when he starts eating more, he's going to look even crazier. I've been trying to help him out with eating more, because he just he's so particular, and he always just wants to work out and does not want to fuel himself with food. Nice. So the next time I see him here in Vegas, I'm going to bring a chocolate bar over to him and see what happens.
Yeah, there you go.
That'll be something. Well, Ace, tell everybody a little bit about the card coming up in Las Vegas. Let's hype this thing up.
Well, not only are we about to just absolutely blow the roof off of the Palms with this brand new start, but there's going to be it's going to be fresh, right? Everybody loves something fresh. There's going to be a fresh new coat of paint. It's going to be a brand new look, brand new lights, brand new everything. And the card itself, look, we do nothing but deliver great matches always. One thing you can always say about Impact Wrestling, now TNA, is we have some of the most consistent and best wrestling happening on a weekly basis anywhere in the world. And like I was saying earlier, with that open door policy, that really leaves, like, anybody could be there in January. Anybody could be at Hard to Kill. Anybody at all. There's no restrictions on who is allowed to walk through that door and do something. So, and of course, with Okada coming back, something people thought would never happen. Okada coming back in and doing that is going to be insane. Our roster is really ready we've been working so hard to just to be respected and looked at as the top of the industry. And now we're all poised and ready to do just that when January rolls around.
Well, it's going to be a great time, and I'm glad you and I finally got to talk. We've met a few times, but we really didn't get the chance to spend a lot of time together. So I want to thank you for coming on the Mark Hoke Show, and I wish you and Chris all the best defending those TNA World Tag Team Championships
for the first time.
Yeah, and we will see you guys in Las Vegas in a few weeks. Thanks for joining us, buddy. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
You got it. All right, and there you go.
Stuff, man. Good stuff.
I'll tell you what, these guys are pumped up, and I think it's intriguing that, I said, well, the door's open. I wonder who's walking in. I really do.
Any speculations?
I couldn't even imagine. I mean, they've beaten a lot of the teams in TNA. I think there's a big surprise coming. I really do.
Yeah, I'd say the way to find out is get down there.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much all you're going to be able to do is just be sitting in the stands.
Yeah,
so,
I'm excited.
Yeah, this is going to be a great weekend. So once again, it's going to be at the Palms Casino coming up January 13th and 14th. I think it's going to be an awesome time. And plus, especially, you're going to get to see Okada and Will Ospreay too.
Yeah, that's
and
huge.
Those guys don't come rolling into town every day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, along with the gang from TNA. So, man, if you miss this, you are going to miss some of the best wrestlers in the world. Plus, man, it's the rebrand of TNA is going to be something special. I really think this is going to be if you're a wrestling fan, you're not going to want to miss this. So come see it.
100%. I'm going to be there. I'll be there front row.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How'd you pull that off?
I got pull.
You got pull.
Yeah.
All right.
You can get in there with me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got you, Mark. Get on my back.
I feel I'm going to get in trouble with Diener.
I don't know why.
Just a hunch.
Yeah, well, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. I want to see you get smacked around. I'd love to see you get smacked around.
Why is that?
Oh,
What, do you think I deserve it?
Yes.
Of course you do.
Yeah,
You're a terrible human being, David Difference.
You are a terrible human being.
Oh, man.
It's the holiday season, man. Let's not forget.
It's the holiday
Christmas
season, so I
time,
deserve to
man.
get
Be
smacked
cheerful.
around.
Well.
Unreal. Oh, man.
Repent, man. God is good.
Unbelievable. Well, we've got Colin Tessler coming up from WrestleZone and Fightful. He's going to be joining us in the next hour. So that's going to be a lot of fun. As we're going to be covering a lot of the news of the week. And boy, I'll tell you, was there some news. Kenny Omega's down. Liv Morgan got a mugshot.
What?
Yeah. Actually, pretty nice mugshot. Good for her.
I don't think there's a such thing as a nice mugshot.
Yeah, well, if you're going to get one, at least look good doing it.
I was watching the Usos body cam DUI footage. Like, that's crazy.
Oh,
interesting stuff, man.
Yeah, but some Tony Khan news. I mean, AJ Styles came back.
CM Punk news.
Yeah, the Punkster. I mean, man, there was a lot happening. And the AEW Continental Cup there could be a massive fiasco coming up with that thing too. We're going to talk with Colin, and of course, David Difference is going to hop in on this too.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I'm included on this
of
one.
Of course you are. You're my Snuggie Bear.
I don't know what that means. It's weird. Don't say it again.
Oh, I'll say it if I want to say it because it's the Mark Hoke Show.
Don't say it again, please.
Snuggie Bear. Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back for hour number 2 of the Mark Hoke Show here on KDAWN and the Odyssey app. We'll be right back.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show, like us on Facebook at The Mark Hoke Show, and visit markhokeshow.com to keep up with everything happening with the show. And remember to check out all of our archive shows on YouTube at The Mark Hoke Show and download our podcasts at markhokeshow.podbean.com and all your favorite podcast outlets. So join the Mark Hoke Show family today, and thanks for listening.
Bad decisions limit future options. Make enough bad decisions and you will destroy your life. Listen to The Flatline with your host Rick Hughes every Sunday morning at 7:30 a.m. here on 101.5 FM KDAWN. The Flatline describes a main line of resistance in your soul built on God's Word. Join us every Sunday for 30 minutes of inspiration, motivation, education, all without manipulation. That's The Flatline with Rick Hughes, heard here on 101.5 FM KDAWN every Sunday at 7:30 a.m.
In Nevada, anything that goes into the storm drain goes directly to our local waterways, which can pollute Nevada's lakes and rivers. Nevada is the driest state in the nation, and we must work together to preserve our limited water resources for future generations of Nevadans. Here's some waterway wisdom so you can help do your part. Scoop your dog's poop, bag it, and discard it. Clean up yard waste and grass clippings. Wash your car at a car wash or on grass or gravel. Apply pesticides and fertilizers sparingly in your yard. Safely dispose of household chemicals. Clean up leaks and spills. And don't litter. Secure trash in bins. Keep contaminants out of our storm drains. Use waterway wisdom. And remember, only rain should go into the storm drain. Join us in preserving Nevada's waters for future generations by visiting loveenvywaters.com and following us on social media.
This message funded by a grant through the Nevada Department of Transportation, aired in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
There are some families that have not recovered at all.
People told me they did not want to get vaccinated.
People were getting their medical advice from somebody on TikTok. The sense of community is something that the world needs.
COVID taught me that
health matters.
Health matters. Visit nmhec.org. This message funded by a grant through the Nevada Department of Health and Human Services, Office of Minority Health and Equity, and aired in cooperation by the Nevada Broadcasters Association and the station.
I've never seen it like this.
We've lost a lot of loved ones in our family.
I lost some family members to COVID.
So many of my patients pass away from COVID.
People dying. It didn't matter your color, your race, your sex.
Death has no particular color. It comes after us all.
Every human life has value. Just does.
COVID taught us health matters.
Health matters. Visit nmhec.org. This message funded by a grant through the Nevada Department of Health and Human Services, Office of Minority Health and Equity, and aired in cooperation by the Nevada Broadcasters Association and the station.
The holidays have arrived on the free Odyssey app. And whatever kind of music you need this holiday season, you're covered with stations handpicked for the festive season, like Classic Christmas, with all the Christmas favorites from Bing Crosby to Mariah Carey, Harry Connick Jr. to the Beach Boys. Whether you're wrapping presents, shopping for them, or hosting a party, the free Odyssey app has all the music for your holiday season. Just download it today and search Holiday. That's AUDACY.
KMXB HD3 Henderson, K268CS Las Vegas. Always live on the free Odyssey app. 101.5 FM KDAWN.
Looking ahead to the presidential election, I'm Kathleen Maloney, Fox News. A recent Fox News poll indicates shifts in hypothetical general election matchups against President Biden. Former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley leads by 6 points, while former President Trump is ahead by 4. DeSantis and Biden are in a tie. Late August, Biden had a narrow lead over all 3 candidates. In a one-on-one contest with Haley, 83% of 2020 Biden voters remain loyal, but 14% switch allegiance to her. Against Trump, only 5% of Biden's 2020 voters defect. Thousands of Israeli protesters gathered in Tel Aviv yesterday, outraged after the IDF killed 3 Israeli hostages in Gaza. Fox's Trey Yingst with the latest.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, Defense Minister Yoav Gallant, and War Cabinet member Benny Gantz held a press conference about the situation last night, with Netanyahu saying this.
We are in a war for our existence, in which we must continue until victory, despite the international pressure and despite the unbearable cost that the war is exacting from us in our fallen sons and daughters.
The war with Hamas is expected to last for several more months, and with international pressure increasing on Israel, there's an understanding that with the new year could come a new phase of this conflict.
Meanwhile, U.S. Secretary of State Lloyd Austin has traveled to Tel Aviv to advise the Israeli government on how to transition from major combat operations. North Korea launched a ballistic missile toward its eastern waters today, according to South Korea. This action coming following recent measures taken by Washington and Seoul to enhance their nuclear deterrence strategies in response to North Korea's threats. America is listening to Fox News.
Stay on top of the latest forecast with America's Weather Team in the palm of your hands.
Here's the latest from America's Weather Center.
It's Fox weather updates throughout your busy day, every day.
5 inches of rain by tomorrow.
Temperatures being 30 degrees above average.
Put the power of over 100 meteorologists and the worldwide resources of Fox in your hands with the Fox Weather Podcast. Precise, personal, powerful. Subscribe and listen now at foxnewspodcasts.com. Connect to Fox News Audio on the Fox News app. Listen to hear your favorite hosts like Brian Kilmeade, Jimmy Fallon, and Guy Benson standing up for what's right, live and via podcast. Just click listen, then swipe right and hear the latest news updates on your time. And scroll down to hear the latest podcasts from Fox News. And it's even easier to listen in the car with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Get programming alerts and notifications. Fox News Audio is on the Fox News app. The voices America trusts. Download it now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the #1 professional wrestling radio show in Las Vegas. This is the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Going bell to bell with the best in professional wrestling news, entertainment, and lots of Sin City surprises from inside the squared circle. Now, let's get to all the exciting pro wrestling action and bring on the host. Here is Mark Hoke.
And we come back for hour number 2 of the Mark Hoke Show, the best in pro wrestling news and entertainment. Just having a blast, man. I'll tell you what. David Difference.
Crank that music, man.
Yeah. Kind of faded down a little bit.
Oh, is it? Well, it looks like it's picking up, man. There's a crescendo right there. Okay.
It's faded, but up.
Wake up, Las Vegas!
Yeah, let's do
it's
it.
The Mark Hoke Show.
Party on, Wayne. Party on.
Get that music out of here.
What do you want?
I don't know.
God, you are so you are one of the most indecisive co-hosts I've ever had.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
What do you want from me?
I don't know, man. I'll think about it.
You're like an ex-wife.
Mm.
Just, what do you want, man? What do you want?
Do we need to talk about this?
I think we need to at some point, maybe off the stage.
Off the stage. Is this a stage?
I mean, everybody doesn't need to hear our business.
I think they do.
I just don't get you.
Well, most people don't, man. Different by design, brother. Not for everybody.
Understand.
You're not supposed to understand. You know I'm from a different planet. So how would you understand me if you're from Earth and still sleeping?
Jeez, Sue.
I'm just saying.
Maybe you're the asleep one. I would lean that way.
So you don't take what I say and just throw it back. That's childish. Come up with your own ribs. You're asleep and from Earth. You're from Earth, man. All right.
And there go the ratings. Anyway.
Yeah, in the toilet.
Best in pro wrestling news and entertainment. Having a great time, everybody. Of course, I want to thank Ace Austin for taking the time to join us. Cool dude.
Yeah. Nah, I like it, man. That was the first interview in depth that I listened to, and yeah, I learned a lot, and definitely a fan of him. Like, his in-ring work is incredible. They make an amazing team, and he's a good guy.
Yeah, he and Chris, just like I said, they they really did come out of nowhere, and it was funny at the beginning of that interview, you kind of took a shot at the PWI rankings. It's like, I really thought we were top 4.
Yeah. Well,
they were behind the Motor City Machine Guns in those rankings, by the way, which I thought that was kind of funny when you thought about it.
Yeah, we need to come up with our own ranking system and get people riled up. And nobody's ever going to be happy.
No.
Right. So, I mean,
no, it's so subjective.
Let's create one.
That's
probably how we blow up. Is that everybody hate us because we're like, we just all our friends. Raw Reese #1.
pull names out of a hat.
Yeah. There it is.
There we go. Tozawa #1.
Yeah. Like what? And then they discuss it for hours. There's no way, and we blow up.
Tommy Dreamer #2.
Yeah.
What?
It might be.
But anyway,
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah, but Colin Tessler coming up here in just a couple minutes. Will be joining us here on the Mark Hoke Show, talking all things pro wrestling, and a lot of entertaining things happening on the business side. The infirmary's filling up, apparently, in the wrestling universe. A lot of people landing in the hospital, man.
Yeah, man, it's a cold business,
man. But some of it's kind of disgusting.
What?
Ugh. A lot of bad hospital pictures.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It is.
Yeah.
Go on CJ Perry's Twitter.
Oh yeah.
The former Lana, if you man.
Or don't. Don't.
Oh.
Give a disclaimer. You don't want to see that. If you're disgusted 2 hours from seeing it, don't go look at it.
Oh man.
There's no reason to post that.
Eek.
But yeah, she is injured. Like, is she out or what is the
She's got a finger infection that's spread down her arm.
And who is this again? So people
CJ Perry.
All right, there you go. Yeah, it looks gross.
It does look gross. Did you look at it, Dave?
Hell no.
It's bad.
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
Oh man.
Who else got injured?
Kenny Omega has diverticulitis. If you remember, that knocked Brock Lesnar out for a while.
Yeah.
That's when you get these icky things going on in your intestines.
Is that the scientific term?
No, but I'll give you the scientific terms in a second.
Well, so Brock, his career was almost over with that. Like, I mean, that was when he was in MMA, correct? And then like that affected him there, so he took a step back, and then that's some serious business right there.
Yeah, I'll give you right off the Mayo Clinic. Small bulging pouches that can form in the lining of your digestive system. Most often found in the lower part of the large intestine. So they're pouches, they become inflamed, sometimes get infected. They can cause severe abdominal pain, fever, nausea, and a marked change in your bowel habits. And the really bad part is they can rupture. So if they rupture, all that gunk that's in there gets into your abdominal cavity. And that stuff gets in your abdominal cavity, can kill you.
Yeah. No, it's serious.
So it's serious stuff.
What did they say? I know he talked about how long he'd possibly be out, or
he doesn't know.
No clue. I just saw the picture he posted, and shout out, man. I hope get well and take care of that.
Yeah. So Kenny Omega down. Oh man, jeez, that's just terrible. Charlotte Flair is out.
Oh yeah.
Apparently she must have wrecked her knee or something, but apparently she's going to miss WrestleMania, maybe SummerSlam.
Yeah, that's always sad once they come around this time, WrestleMania time, and you get injured. I mean, any time to get injured is a bad time, but like especially WrestleMania because so many people look for like the magic of that spotlight, that stage. It's incredible.
Yeah, but especially WrestleMania 40.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there.
Oh,
front row, baby.
That is sad. How do you get in WrestleMania 40 front row?
I'll get you there. I know people.
I mean, look, I can get there. I mean, that's not the issue.
Oh well,
we're thinking we had plans, but
we had plans.
Now
you sound like my ex-wife. We had plans. My plan was to be in the front row.
But anyway, yeah. So
WrestleMania.
Yeah, so we got a few peeps down.
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
we're supposed to do that thing.
Yeah, but so we want to wish everybody that's all busted up all the best.
Yeah, good.
But I hope CJ gets that all squared up because that's pretty gross. And same thing with Kenny.
Yeah. Yeah, don't take a look at that picture. If it's that gross, man.
Well, it's
is it for scientific purposes?
Yeah,
is it all right to go look at it, or you just want to gross people out, Mark?
Well, I've seen worse.
Yeah, I bet you have, man. The alleys, downtown alleys in Las Vegas, you've seen some things. You're sick.
I was nope, I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
Yeah, it's Christmas, man. We gotta be nice to each other.
Yeah, we gotta be nice to each other. I'm not taking a shot at you. Nope. Nope.
I like the restraint, man. And you've grown. You've grown a lot, my friend. Because you would have jabbed me.
Well, it's just because Colin Tessler's here. So
we got company. We got
this company in the house. we gotta be good. So let's get him on the show.
There he is.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Here. Good. Very happy to have you joining us, sir.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, very happy to have you on the show. Yeah, we were just talking about everybody who's got infections and gross things going on with their body. I tell you what, man, there's an infirmary lining up in pro wrestling right now.
It seems like it's really unfortunate right now. Obviously, best wishes to Kenny Omega, TJ Perry, and whoever even knows what else. But those are the two big ones, obviously, right now at least.
Yeah, let's pass the antibiotics around the locker rooms. Yikes.
Yeah, is that the cure for it?
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, I'm going to start off right now with the Continental Cup. I know we talked about that real quick, and it looks like Tony Khan has decided that we're not going to have a decisive finish in either of these pools. Having run volleyball tournaments and seen some crazy stuff happen, we now have the possibility of a five-way tie. A five-way tie in one of these pools and a three-way in the other. Colin, do you really think that they're going to do this?
A five-way tie would be a lot. I mean, I can see right now. I think the math is not mathing for me. Like, I think if Jay White wins, I think it's a three-way tie in the Gold League. Like, there's all that stuff going on. It's a little early to say right now. I hope they don't do a five-way tie because, people are freaking out over the one. But like the one picture of the standings, if we have a five-way tie and people have to break down all the map scenarios, I think people are going to be very upset about that. But that'd be very complicated at the very least.
What would you do to break a five-way tie?
Five-way match? I don't know. Like that'd be probably the most straight path forward, right? I mean. Well, one fall finish and settle it that way. I mean, that would go against obviously everything we've seen so far. But if you wind up with a five-way tie, I guess that'd be the easiest way out of it, right?
Dave, what would you do? What if you guys were up in the Bay?
Yeah, the Bay Area.
What would the Bay do to break a five-way tie?
Well, what we would do is we would build this monstrous structure of steel and glass and barbed wire, and we put those five people in there and have them fight it out, man. And one comes out. That's it.
That would be hideous.
Yeah, that's what we do. You ask me what we do. That's it.
I think in South Central PA we just flip a coin and maybe have some Amish food.
Yeah, that's a more
shoe fly pie eating contest.
That's a more civil approach.
I think it'd be all right.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, this
shoe fly pie.
Yeah, shoe fly pie.
Never heard of it.
You guys never had shoe fly pie?
Never heard of it.
I've heard of it at least. I'm from PA too, so at least
yeah, that's right. That's right, Colin. You're out that way. You know what I'm talking about. Well, actually, shoe fly pie contest could take a while. It's like kind of a molassesy pie. So, yeah, probably not a good idea. We'll pass on that. But yeah, but it'll be an interesting finish to this Continental Cup. I mean, given the way things are going on this, Colin, who just for fun, who would you like to see in the final?
I mean, I'm not going to lie. My wife and I are going to go to World's End, in person, and it'll be my first pay-per-view I've ever been to. And we both keep hoping that Strickland's going to win so we can hear the song, because we love hearing that song when it's on TV. So being able to hear that live would be really cool. The Blue League's really fun because, I'd be happy pretty much if anyone won at this point. I love Brian Danielson, big fan of Eddie Kingston. It's been really cool to see Andrade get in this big run as well. So I'd be really, really happy if any one of those guys made it to the finals at least. But this does feel like Sports Strickland's tournament to lose in a lot of ways. The momentum's there. Everyone's digging him right now. It'd be a huge way to kind of take him to that next level. So I think ultimately, that's what I'm really hoping to see happen.
Yeah, the only thing that I have a problem with Swerve winning this thing is you'd be saddling him with those triple crown belts. And honestly, I want Swerve to win the world championship.
Right.
And I don't want him to get held back with that. I'd like to just see him end up winning the whole thing here. And in terms of, being the AEW champ. So I don't, as cool as it would be for him to win the Continental Cup, I want him to go in a different direction from that. Maybe get screwed and make him even more bitter about, something bad happening there and just taking it out on MJF or somebody else who's the world champion. So I'm kind of torn on it, but I mean, Swerve's hot. I mean, Dave, you saw it in LA. I got to see it in LA and Seattle. I mean, that man is on fire right now. And I can't think of a more deserving guy to be wearing the AEW World Championship.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of time before we see that. But yeah, it's that evolution, and it's beautiful watching. And I think everybody's getting on board with it. It's just a matter of time. Yeah, no,
yeah.
It's just it's ironic because every week we're seeing these matches and they're really building this thing up so well. Where all these matches are great, it's a lot of buzz, and whoever does win is going to be positioned in a way where it's to kind of come out the end of that, it's going to be a big win and a big kind of boost. But like Mark said, it is it would sidetrack that person from likely challenging for the world title or anything, because then they're going to be literally the Triple Crown champion. So you'd want to focus on that and building that up. So it's just a weird kind of winning will be great, but it would be bittersweet in that sense. I think for a lot of people that like Mark said, that would want to see Swerve at least challenge for the world title, or if not win it.
Yeah, it feels like a Danielson kind of title to win. You know what I mean?
But maybe, maybe that's the thing that maybe just adds to the story as far as what he's doing if Swerve wins this, and then we just time it out. And like I said, we're always in a rush to see what we want to see, but that could be part of the process, and that would be more credibility and build them up a little bit more.
Yeah, well, I guess we're gonna find out. And another thing I hope we're gonna find out at AEW World's End is who is the devil. And we've been debating this for a while. I still think it's Adam Cole. But Lord knows it could be anybody. I think that another fun possibility is Tony Khan. But Colin, who are you leaning towards is the devil?
I'm hoping it's Adam Cole, not in the sense I love the brochachos and I love that storyline very much. And I want nothing more than them to remain friends. But if you're thinking about the best outcome for the storyline here, the best reveal, I think that'd be the best option, even though it's the most predictable in a lot of ways. So who else would it be? And obviously I think there's a lot of buzz around the theory that's Jack Perry. And no knock on Jack Perry, but I really hope that's not the case, because again, even though Adam Cole is obvious, at least it makes sense and you can kind of connect the dots, and that'd be a great story. If it's Jack Perry, I'm I don't see it myself. I think that'd be a good way to bring him back in, but I think the betrayal with Adam Cole will be really personal, and that could be such a great feud. And then you have this great storyline going from their best friends to now that would be obviously bitter enemies, and that could carry you for the next several months. That'd be a good way to get Adam Cole back in the kind of the center of this whole thing here. But then I don't know what the timeline of that is. From what we know, what we think we know, he had really severe ankle surgery. So I don't know if that would be necessarily realistic. So if it's not Adam Cole, maybe Jack Perry. If it's not either of them, then I have no idea, because I think those are the two probably leading candidates at this point. Those are probably my two picks at this point. Otherwise, I really have a hard time thinking of another realistic and or satisfying answer, because we've seen the devil goons attack people. I think Wardlow is at least involved. I don't think he's the devil himself though. So I think we're gonna have some big names as part of that group. But in terms of the devil himself, I'm hoping Adam Cole. But if not, maybe Jack Perry. If neither of them, then I'm really at a loss.
Well, Dave hates the Brochacho storyline.
Oh,
he can't stand it.
Yeah, it was too hokey for me. But again, it's wrestling, so you embrace it, and I guess there's a certain amount of love for it. But we're waiting for everybody to get everything situated and start that beef again. So I think that's perfect. that's how we all see it playing out, right? It's like, this is Adam Cole, and then there it is. And that's a creative way versus like, how many matches have we watched where it's like, oh, he's going to turn on him now. He's going to turn on him now. So, I mean, it's a good build, good way with him injured too to kind of build it. But is there anything with Ziggler? What's his status? Like, is his contract up? Is he able to hop in there? Is there any chance? Did they have a past him and MJF at all?
Not that I know of, but all those people that got released, their non-competes are supposedly coming up, I think, this week. So the timing in theory would line up for Ziggler or somebody. I think that'd be questionable, to say the least. Someone like Ziggler, I mean, that'd be a big way to bring them in. But if you're talking, again, whoever the devil is, you're thinking that's the person that's going to be feuding with MJF for a while, right? And now, I mean, myself at least, I'm a big fan of AEW, big fan of MJF. I don't know if I want to see Dolph Ziggler be that guy. No knock on Ziggler either. But I'm like, that's a big spot to just bring someone in. And then again, Dolph Ziggler, this WWE, previously a WWE lifer, and I want to see him get a big opportunity, but I don't know if that's necessarily the way that I want to see him get slotted in.
No, I like that. Tell me, can we switch lanes to my guy CM Punk, man? Obviously, he's the man, and they're talking to town news. Where were you before he came back? What was your stance on, was he coming back at Survivor Series or was he not? Because I talked to a lot of people and they said, I'm crazy. Don't get my hopes up. I said, he's coming back. What was your stance on that?
That was a weird one because it made all the sense in the world for it to happen there. It's Chicago. Anytime, even when he was in AEW, oh, he's been gone. Like, when he was hurt, they brought back Chicago, and everyone kind of figured that would happen. And then everything went down there. But then all the kind of rumors and reports and buzz, and like it seemed like wouldn't happen, but it made so much sense that it would. So I wasn't surprised in the sense of like, well, once it happened, it was like, well, of course, like obviously, like you got to see it coming in that sense. But then it just felt like, I guess to answer your question, I didn't think it would happen in the sense of like, I just thought there's too much damage done in terms of the way that he left and everything that happened since. So it's a weird kind of mixture of emotions in that sense. So I didn't not see it coming, and I wasn't not surprised. But also, once it did happen, it's like, well, yes, like of course that would happen there, right?
Yeah. No, I think it's magic. And if you look at his career as a whole, and if you just lump that into a wrestling storyline, it's probably the best storyline we've ever seen. Like, I'm saying his career, like all the backstage stuff, to coming back, to leaving, to coming back, I'm never going to wrestle again. If you lump that into and just say that was all part of the show, the most beautiful thing we've ever seen. Ever.
Wow. David Difference, everybody. That's what he does.
That's my guy.
Oh, Colin, do you see what I have to deal with?
I see.
Come on, man.
Well, hey, we have to take a commercial break. We're going to come back with more with Colin Tessler here from WrestleZone and Fightful and whatever else he darn well feels like doing, because that's what he does. So stick around, everybody. We've got a whole lot more here on the Mark Hoke Show. David Difference, otherwise known as CM Punk's best pal.
That's my guy.
And I'm Mark Hoke here on KDAWN 101.5 FM. It is the Talk of Las Vegas, streaming live on that Odyssey app as well. And of course, live streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Stick around. We got a whole lot more. It's the best in pro wrestling news and entertainment. We'll be right back.
Listen to the Texas Corners Bible Church every Saturday night at 11 p.m. and Sunday night at 10 p.m. on 101.5 FM KDAWN.
The FBI is engaged in a nationwide effort to build public awareness of hate crimes and encourage reporting to law enforcement. Hate crimes include crimes committed on the basis of the victim's perceived or actual race, color, religion, national origin, sexual orientation, gender identity, or disability. Hate crimes are not only an attack on the victim, they are meant to threaten and intimidate an entire community. If you believe you are a victim or a witness of a hate crime, we encourage you to report it to the FBI by calling 1-800-CALL-FBI. FBI or submit a tip at tips.fbi.gov. You may remain anonymous. Again, report suspected hate crimes by calling 1-800-CALL-FBI or submit a tip at tips.fbi.gov. The FBI works to protect all victims of crimes, regardless of their country of national origin or immigration status. The FBI encourages victims and witnesses of any hate-related incident to report it to law enforcement. This message sponsored by the FBI Las Vegas Division, aired in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
My son stopped talking to me. He didn't want to leave his room.
I didn't feel like talking to anyone. I just wanted to be alone.
I was really worried about my daughter. She was angry all the time.
I felt so depressed.
I was really worried about my daughter.
I couldn't do anything right. I was always getting yelled at.
My son told me he wanted to hurt himself. I was so scared.
I was feeling hopeless. It was all too much.
We needed help.
We needed help.
We needed help.
We needed help.
I needed help.
I called the mobile crisis response team, and we met with them that same day.
A crisis team came to my house and helped me talk to my parents about how I was feeling.
I called the mobile crisis response team. They met with us that day.
I talked to them about how I was feeling, and it really helped.
Sometimes understanding what children are experiencing can be difficult. The Nevada Children's Mobile Crisis Response Team provides mental health intervention and support. Learn more at nocrisis.com.
This message sponsored by the FBI Las Vegas Citizens Academy Alumni Association, a nonprofit organization separate and apart from the FBI in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association.
Are you shopping for healthcare coverage for a small business? Whether you're renewing a plan or shopping for a new one, the Vegas Chamber Health Plan, backed by Anthem, has many of the advantages usually reserved for a larger organization, like access to care across Nevada at lower cost. Lock in quality healthcare at budget-friendly prices through July 2024. Go to vegaschamber.com/anthem. Brought to you by the Vegas Chamber in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
Tired of exposing your retirement to stock market risk? Join Robert Cummings for Retirement and Income Radio, Sundays at 1 p.m. on 101.5 FM, KDAWN. And call now for your complimentary customized retirement and income kit and book at 844-725-SAFE.
101.5 FM, KDAWN.
This is the Mark Hoke Show.
The Mark Hoke Show.
Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
And let's do some more pro wrestling here on KDAWN 101.5 FM, the talk of Las Vegas. David Different slamming down that water, crackling that bottle on the air. That's what we do.
Stay hydrated, everybody. Come on, let's go, man. Wake up, Las Vegas.
Oh, my God. Colin Tessler from Fightful and Wrestle So joining us. That's what we do, man. We live on a tightrope out here. It's live.
We do, man.
How you doing, Colin?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I guess I turn on that microphone. That'll help. There we go.
Good,
how you doing, Colin? Yeah, we're hanging in there, buddy. It's Vegas.
Yeah. You ever get out to Vegas? You come out here often?
I have not, actually, ironically. My wife jokes we should go out sometime, but we'll eventually we'll wind up there.
You know what? I'm going to make you an offer right now. Even though Matt Black does not want Double or Nothing to come out to Vegas again, if it does, and Tony will be making that announcement, you and the wife come on out. We'll take care of you.
Hold on. Don't say will. Say you'll. What does that mean? You're gonna get them a hotel and food and everything, comp them?
No, he can crash at the Dave Cave.
The Dave Cave.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I got you. All right, cool.
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. All right, we'll see.
Yeah.
The problem with me is that most of the time I have to cover the shows on my end, right? I have to be get the guy in the chair covering it from afar.
True that.
The World's End worked out where it's on Saturday. I'm usually off on Saturdays, so I got to go with you. And then the other half of the year, it shows on Sundays. I work Sundays, so I have to be the guy writing up the shows and whatnot. But we'll see how it works out. I appreciate it.
I will write a strongly worded letter on your behalf.
I appreciate you.
Yeah. Look at this guy. He's got pull, man. You said this is going to be your first pay-per-view for AEW, yeah?
Yeah.
So thoughts going into that? My first one was which one? The Full Gear or whatever? Something. Yeah.
You went to Double or Nothing first.
Oh yeah, Double or Nothing. Yeah, and it was very different. I'm used to WWE shows, but it was good times.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. We've been to a couple rampages and collisions, which was really fun. We got to see MJF and Kenny Omega have an awesome match that was in October. That was just phenomenal. So that we were both really disappointed when we saw the Kenny Omega news. Like, damn, they announced the tag title match with Dynamite, and we're like, oh, we're gonna get to see Kenny and Chris Jericho, and now that's obviously out. So definitely a bummer about that one. I'm a huge fan of MJF, so I'm very excited about him and Samoa Joe. It's gonna have whoever does make it to the tournament finals. Very excited about that. At this point, we're still what, 2 weeks away, so we're gonna have obviously a number of matches still to be announced. I was very excited to see the Acclaim return last night. I hope they have a match. I'm a big fan of them. But regardless, I know it's gonna be a fun show. It's probably gonna be a great crowd, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and should be an interesting media scrum if you're getting back there and get some good times back there.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and by the way, that reminds me, I forgot to bring the pickles.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that.
Yeah, I got to bring the pickles down. I'm sure you saw the pickle controversy, so I ordered a jar of pickles. They're in my fridge. So next week we will have the unveiling of the MJF pickles. I'll be trying those on the air. So,
oh, you haven't tried it yet?
No, I didn't. I have not opened the jar.
He's gonna show up next week. There's gonna be one left in the jar.
No,
this is how it came. This is how it came. That ain't how it came, Mark.
I'm doing it fresh. But anyway, so some WWE stuff going on. Back to CM Punk, who looks like he's going to enter the Royal Rumble as a route to get at Seth Rollins. Colin, do you think it's really necessary? Does Punk have to win the Rumble, or couldn't we just have the match with Seth Rollins and let those two do it and let somebody else win it?
I'll work backwards with that one. I think Punk and Rollins is definitely a match where you don't need the Rumble. You don't need anything to get there. I mean, there are plenty of times WWE's done a big match where it's just like, I want to face you, and if the champion, they want to face that person, and then you do it. And I think they could do it. I mean, that's obviously, it seemed like a WrestleMania match, and it's interesting they're already kind of going seemingly full steam ahead with that based on what we saw on Monday. So, as you said, we saw Punk is going to be in the Rumble, so it's interesting. You have Punk in the Rumble, and then you have Cody Rhodes also wanting to finish his story. So you're going to have those two things happening at the same time. And it's interesting to see how that's all going to shake out. And I'm thinking one of them probably going to win the Rumble. One of them maybe wins Elimination Chamber or something. We've seen that happen a lot as well. But no, I definitely don't think you need the Rumble to have that be the catalyst for that match. You could probably easily get there without that. So it's an interesting way to bring Punk back in. And I definitely don't think he needs to win. I think maybe someone eliminates him, and then you have that be the kind of a stopgap to get from Rumble to maybe Elimination Chamber and then WrestleMania. But no, I definitely don't think you need to have Punk win the Rumble. And ironically, the same reasoning, you don't need to have Cody win the Rumble again, because he could do something else to get another title shot. So it's interesting that you're having both at the same time, and you have both kind of limitations. Like, oh, neither one really needs to win the Rumble, but now they're both going to be in it, like pretty much for the same reason, just a different champion, essentially.
Yeah, the WWE main event scene for the first time in a long time is really jammed up. There are a lot of people up at the top of the card, and boy, could you imagine if neither of those guys won the Rumble and somebody else, they pull another card there?
Well, ironically, they easily can, right? You just said they have so many people that, like, it's a valid contender, right? You have Randy Orton just came back, AJ Styles just came back, Punk and Rhodes are the two kind of leading guys at this point. And you got LA Knight, obviously another very popular one right now. It's so loaded that there's any number of people that you could see winning very realistically, and as you point out, that hasn't been the case in a while.
Yeah, I foresee, this is what I foresee. Last two people in the ring, Rhodes, CM Punk. Oh, then we got a little scrapple happening, and then they both hit the floor at the same time. Then we got to figure out what happens next.
I dig it. That'd be cool.
My prediction. You heard it here first.
I'm rooting for Chad Gable. No,
I respect it. I like Chad Gable. I don't know if I see him winning over a guy like we were just saying, Punk Rhodes, Orton, but I like him as a dark horse contender for sure.
Yeah, Mark's WrestleMania dream was Otis versus CM Punk, so we can't weigh too heavy on his opinion right now.
Maybe a little Gunther action would be all right too.
There you go. Maybe another good one. But again, there's so many options. It's interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be a very entertaining Royal Rumble this year, and I cannot wait for that one to come up. Well, there was a report from Brandon Thurston on WrestleNomics about AEW, according to his calculations, lost about 35 million, which as long as they sign their new TV deal, they're not going to have any problem making that back up. But it was interesting to hear that number pop up. Do you feel AEW's future is okay? And do you think there's anything they can do to kind of puff that number up and get themselves in a little better position if that's the case? And I know there was some talk of Eric Bischoff had mentioned, they should just drop Ring of Honor. The roster's too big, so on. What did you think about that report when it came up from Brandon?
I mean, on paper, it's concerning. I'm a big fan of AEW, and like you see, if that's the case, it's not something. It doesn't seem like good, but I'm sure there's probably something else that goes into it. You said, and we know they're going to be having these TV negotiations, so ideally they'll get a raise in the numbers there. I think that would help. I'm very optimistic about the future of the company and where they're going. I think every company has things to kind of struggle with. They have the challenges to deal with, obviously. But I think if the TV negotiations go well, and I mean, I think the Continental Classic has been a great way to really kind of electrify some of the fan base and say like, hey, this is what we're about. This is what we're doing. All these matches are great every week, and I think that's added some momentum, even if it's not necessarily showing up in financial estimates or whatever it is, general like perception or momentum. I think that's kind of a good way to end this year, going to the next year, and then we'll see what happens with the negotiations. I think that's going to be a pretty big thing. But I mean, we saw, to me, even though it was in June, at the fact they added Collision, that shows to me that even if it's not Warner Bros. Discovery, that the company is a valuable and an attractive piece of property for any TV network. So whatever happens, I think they're going to be just fine in that sense. So I'm hopeful and optimistic. You mentioned there's some other challenges as well. The roster's too big. Maybe Ring of Honor is a little challenging and just inherently. And you mentioned that I saw the Bischoff quote going around. To me, having too much, like the roster being too big, that's a good problem to have. I think now that you have Collision, that's a good way to kind of counteract that as well. You spread out the talent across all three shows. So I'm optimistic and hopeful about it. And I'm definitely hopeful about the negotiations, and that'll help kind of offset any potential loss like that.
Colin, before we let you go, you work everywhere. How do you sleep?
I don't.
But it is amazing all the work you do. I read your stuff and see your stuff all the time, and man, you are everywhere, and it is incredibly impressive what you're doing, and it's just phenomenal to see what you do. How do you balance all of this? It's amazing.
Well, I appreciate the kind words very much. I mean, there was a brief period where I actually had like 3 kind of solid jobs at the same time. Now I'm down to 2, so that was a step in the right direction. There's no real correct answer to it, man. Like I do my best at both places now, and I try to give myself 100% to both 2 places at the same time, and that can be challenging. It's not 100% overlap where it's like I have a schedule one, a schedule the other, and they don't constantly overlap, but there is a good amount of where I'm on both at the same time. I'm thankful to work with 2 good teams and have people that I can delegate to at one, or kind of work with the other, and you make it work. And I just do my best to do my best. I'm passionate about what I do, and I try to do the best I can at both places, and I'm very fortunate for it. And I just try to do good work as much as I possibly can.
And you do that. The wrestling world certainly appreciates your efforts. Even David Difference appreciates you too.
I do, man. I appreciate you and everything you bring to the table, sir.
Thank you both very much. It really does mean a lot. I appreciate it.
So where can everybody find you, bud?
I'm on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it, at CT_2110. That's probably the best one. I'm not really active anywhere else, but because I'm always working. But that's about it.
All right. Well, hey, I appreciate you coming on, and we'll speak again down the road, I'm sure. And hey, have a great time up there on Long Island. Enjoy yourself, and maybe we'll get to see it Double or Nothing. You should come on out. Offers there, bud.
I appreciate it very much. That'd be great, and I hope to talk to you again soon.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, man.
Merry Christmas.
You too. Absolutely.
All right, take care.
You too.
All right. There you go. Colin Tessler, everybody, joined us here on the Mark Hoke Show. Very happy to have him on. And yeah, that's one busy dude. Hey, he dropped the job.
Yeah.
Probably a good call.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just too overwhelming, right?
Yeah, I mean, he was doing writing for Bleacher Report and some other sites too. Just busy guy. But that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, just getting to go up there to Long Island. I just wonder if he is going to be in the scrum when MJF loses the world championship up there at AEW World's End. I don't think he's going to lose it.
Nah, well.
No, I don't think it's time yet.
He'd be devastated.
But when Adam Cole rips his heart out, that could be a different story.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing where that goes. Now, tell me this, because you've said this before, we'll put you up. What does that mean? Run me through the Mark Hoke travel package when you're inviting people to Las Vegas saying we're going to take care of them.
They're going to stay at your house.
That's your plan.
Yeah.
How they going to eat? You going to cook for them?
Yeah, you, David Difference. Now we'll figure it out. Take care of them. That's what you do. That whenever you live in Vegas, you have a responsibility of friends to take care of them every once in a while.
Yeah, you. Nah, yeah. Shout out to everybody listening and sending me texts and saying I'm being very well behaved today. It's because I'm tired. I'll be back to my same heelish self next week.
You did a very good thing this weekend.
Yeah.
Your heart's there. It's the holidays. Just wait till January 2.
Right. Yeah. It's Christmas season.
It's all over. He'll be hungover January 1 and then done.
Nah, man. I'm changing up my whole life, man. I'll give you the whole breakdown next week.
Yeah, that New Year's resolution is gonna last.
It's not a resolution. I'll make goals. Let's go to break so we can talk about this. I make goals, man. Ain't no resolutions. This is about the evolution about to happen. You don't see me come in here. I'm not even going to talk about it. Shout out to everybody listening, man. If you're out there watching on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube, go ahead and leave a comment, man. Let's get active.
Yeah.
And we'll drop you the number, too, if you want to call in and talk some wrestling with us. And we got that big surprise, too. There was a huge thing that happened at Headlocks and Hearts Smile Driver.
That's right. Got to come back.
Hello, Jan from Toyota here.
Hi, Jan. With the Grand Highlander we got at Toyotathon, we've been able to do so much. 5 different ski trips, 4 family functions, 3 potlucks, 2 shopping sprees, and a really big tree.
Wow, I'm really impressed.
Dealer inventory may vary. Offers are subject to change throughout Toyotathon, which ends on January 2nd. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Visit your Southern Nevada Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
It kind of set me back a little bit education-wise.
I think personally it just changed the way I looked at medicine.
As a people, we have to work together.
Health is a right for all.
We get through it together.
We can find common ground.
We are resilient.
Adaptable.
COVID taught us health matters.
Health matters. Visit nmhec.org. This message funded by a grant through the Nevada Department of Health and Human Services, Office of Minority Health and Equity, and in cooperation by the Nevada Broadcasters Association and the station.
Hey Nevadans, prescriptions can be expensive. Let the ArrayRx discount card be your solution. Now available to all Nevada residents. Simply sign up for free. Show your pharmacist your digital card and save money. Receive discounts of up to 80% on certain medications. There are no age or income restrictions, and it only takes a minute to enroll, so you can get back to doing what makes you happy.
This message funded by a grant through the Nevada Department of Health and Human Services, aired in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
You're pregnant, and no matter what you do, no matter what you try, you can't stop using alcohol, drugs, or tobacco. But no matter how lost you are, how far along you are, it's not too late. There's always hope, and there are many safe places that can help you stop using. In Nevada, pregnant women are given the highest priority for substance use treatment. Low-cost treatment options may be available so you and your baby can get healthy now. If you or someone you love is pregnant or thinking about getting pregnant and using alcohol, drugs, or tobacco, visit SoberMomsHealthyBabies.org or call 211 to find help today. SoberMomsHealthyBabies.org also has resources for healthcare providers, friends, and family. If you want to help someone who's pregnant and using, visit SoberMomsHealthyBabies.org or call 211 today. Sponsored by the Nevada Division of Public and Behavioral Health and in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
Understanding the many things in a mother's life affecting her pregnancy is important. You can help improve the health of all mothers and babies in Nevada by completing a Pregnancy Risk Assessment Monitoring System survey about your recent pregnancy. Also known as PRAMS, the survey is from the Nevada Division of Public and Behavioral Health and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The survey asks new moms about their experience before, during, and after pregnancy. Responses are confidential and used to help improve the health of mothers and babies in Nevada. If you receive a PRAMS survey, please share your story. Learn more at nvprams.dpbh.nv.gov. That's nvprams.dpbh.nv.gov. This message, sponsored by the Nevada Division of Public and Behavioral Health, aired in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
Join the Vegas Chamber today. Being a member of the Vegas Chamber sends a powerful message of credibility and that your business is connected to a larger community of organizations dedicated to ensuring Nevada is a great place to live, work, and do business. Joining the Vegas Chamber and becoming part of the largest business organization in Nevada has never been easier. Grow your business within your budget. Visit vegaschamber.com and join today. Sponsored by the Vegas Chamber in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
101.5 FM KDAWN.
You're listening to the #1 professional wrestling radio show in Vegas, The Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Now, here again is Mark Hoke.
And we return to the Mark Hoke Show here on KDAWN 101.5 FM. The Talk of Las Vegas. Yeah, we're actually watching the clock to see when breaks are starting and ending. There we go.
We're professionals.
Yeah,
man.
on occasion.
We put the professional in professional wrestling.
Well, you know, I'm supposed to be a professional. I can't even talk today.
Well, you know, and normally I would zap you for that, but you know what? I'm on my best behave, man. I had a meeting with HR. They told me I got to be kinder.
I think you're faking it.
Nah, man, this is me.
That's okay. By the way, Gary Johnson in the chat box.
Yeah, Ripple Man
said I have some similar things to Ace Austin, who was on the show a little earlier. He can wrestle when he's unconscious, and I can call radio shows when I'm unconscious. And we both believe anything is possible.
Yeah.
I love Gary.
Yeah, we got to get him on here.
Gary calls the show, or calls our shows here on KDAWN a lot, and we appreciate it.
I'm telling you, he's magic. He's that third member, man, like Hogan and NWO.
We got to get Gary to one of the Impact shows.
Yeah, you ever met him personally?
No, I've not met Gary.
Oh, okay, so you don't know. Don't be putting out invites. This guy could be the devil.
Sit next to you.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'll take the brunt of it. Yeah, Gary, call in on the next break. We got a lot to talk about.
The next break.
Did we got another one?
No.
Oh, we don't. This is it.
Sure. You are a terrible human being, David.
I lost track of time.
Oh, what else was in the news? I know we got a few other little things we needed to hit. Randy Orton will be facing off Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble. Daddy's home. Roman's not happy about it. Looking forward to Randy Orton taking on Roman.
Yeah, it'll be a good match. I'm glad to see Orton back. Always a fan of Orton, and yeah, I like the way they were building it. Like, let's go. That'll be a good match.
What if Roman Reigns entered the Royal Rumble and won it?
What would be the purpose?
To ensure that he's safe. Protect his title.
I don't know if that would be his style.
Why wouldn't it be?
Well,
dominance.
I know when he ran in the ring to start fighting on SmackDown the other day, they were like, "Oh, that's out of character for him."
I think that'd be kind of.
He usually send his henchmen to go get him.
Could you imagine the hell that would break loose if he won the Rumble?
Roman Reigns?
Yeah.
It'd be interesting. Oh. I mean, that's the thing is I always Royal Rumble is right around my birthday, so it's like a tradition for me. And I love the excitement of what's going to happen. I hate when it's predictable, and it's like, oh yeah,
that would be somewhat unpredictable.
Yeah, it would. Give me something, but
Thunder Rosa is back, so she's She showed up on Collision last night. So welcome back, finally, Thunder Rosa.
Yay!
So she is returned. Liv Morgan, as we mentioned a little earlier, got the mug shot. She was arrested in Florida for marijuana possession. She was crossing over white and yellow lines. This, by the way, made it on foxnews.com.
Mm-hmm.
So that was some big news. Small bag of marijuana found in the car, along with a vape pen containing an oil-like substance, which tested positive for marijuana. Was charged with possession of marijuana, not more than 20 grams, and possession of a synthetic cannabinoid. So
we'll see that impact on her contract and everything.
Apparently nobody cared.
No,
that was backstage reaction.
Well,
So-
I mean, wait, from the talent or from management?
Apparently everybody. So they didn't care.
It's a free for all.
Von Erichs wrestled on the Final Battle last night and also on Rampage. So Ross and Marshall showed up.
Ross and Marshall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Kevin put the Iron Claw on Jake Hager.
I saw that.
So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
So good for them. And well, I guess you wanted to bring this up. I guess we should mention it.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Which part?
I had an in-ring debut last night.
Oh yeah, Headlocks and Hearts, FSW, Smile Driver, Holiday Smile Driver, Mark Hoke. Yeah, I mean, did you have a good time?
I had an awesome time.
All right, we'll paint that picture, man. Tell me the story from your side.
So from my side, I was asked by you and Rocky to play Santa Claus last night.
Impromptu.
I was placed in a Santa Claus suit.
Mm-hmm. This took you about 14 tries to get into. Hour and a half just to get this guy in a suit.
Did not take.
Is this a garter belt? What does this boot do? Where do I put this? I got earrings.
Lots
Like
of
what the hell?
Earrings. There were no earrings. But yeah, I came out, played Santa Claus, hammed it up a little bit, and me and MK, who was playing the Grinch, MK tried to take my sack of toys.
Wait, that was MK?
Yeah.
I thought that was the Grinch.
Well, he was the Grinch, but it was, yeah.
Don't kill the magic, Mark.
But yeah.
Yeah, it was fun, yeah.
Threw a couple clotheslines and kicked him out of the ring, that SOB.
Yeah, if you want to see some of the stiffest clotheslines in wrestling history, man, it'll all be on.
Where are you putting it?
It'll be on the Headlocks and Hearts Instagram and Facebook and YouTube page, and then we'll also share it on the Mark Hoke Show. Obviously, there's a lot of footage, man. Good stuff, like behind the scenes stuff too. It was fun last night.
I have not seen any of this footage.
Yeah,
I do not know how terrible it looked.
Nah, it's funny, man. I mean, that's the thing. It was a good time. Like it all came together. Like, and did you have fun?
I had a blast. And seriously, thank you to the two of you and FSW and MK, who was just very cool guiding me through that.
Thank Headlocks and Hearts, man, because they're making dreams come true.
Yeah.
You just said last week that's what you wanted to do, right?
Yeah, it was.
And who made that happen for you?
I just thanked you.
Headlocks and Hearts.
Okay, and thanks.
Make our Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Make-A-Wish.
We had Mark in there.
I'm glad I didn't die.
Nah, you rocked it, man. It was fun, and I was glad to share that moment with you. And it's coming full circle, man. We're going into the Christmas season. That's a gift to you, brother.
Yeah, and the funny part was that when I started moving around, I'm wearing a wig, a Santa wig, and a hat, and the wig fell down over my eyes. Once I started moving, I could barely see a thing.
Yeah, that's what, and the commentary too with it. It's like, oh wow, yeah. When your wig started slipping, man. But yeah, it was a good time. Mark was in the ring there, and nobody really knew it was you, man.
Yeah, that's the funny part. It's like I was walking past everybody in the back, and I know just about everybody back there.
Yeah, they had. Yeah, I'd seen they was looking at it like, who's this guy?
No idea.
Like,
I must have walked past Brittany Brooks 7 times, and she didn't know who I was.
Yeah, she didn't see it until you took off the beard, I think. I was like, that was you?
Yeah.
Like,
but it was a lot of fun. So thank you. That was a blast.
Yeah, good time. Glad you came out. And like, again, it was a beautiful cause. Thank the Las Vegas wrestling community for showing up and showing out. Thank you for Nevada partnership of All the Shoes, man. They made us a huge banner. Thanking us for that. And we're going to, on the 22nd, next Friday, check in with the Instagram page, Headlocks and Hearts. We're going to be out there volunteering, handing out these gifts to the youth in the Las Vegas community. So tap in. Let's get out there and let's do this because this thing is going to keep going.
Can anybody still make donations to you, Dave?
They can, yeah. I mean, definitely. I mean, yeah, drop it off at the FSW Arena or just contact us. We're picking up and we're dropping off to the kids and the youth on the 22nd.
All right. What a show.
Yeah.
What a show today.
Yeah.
Want to thank
Gary
Ace
Johnson.
Ace Austin for joining us, and Colin Tessler from Fightful and WrestleZone. He's kind of the combo man. Pretty cool. Thanks to you, David Difference. And thanks to all of our listeners from
I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money.
across the planet. We do appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in to KDAWN, everybody out there on 101.5 FM and the Odyssey app. We'll see you guys next week. Hey, we're only 2 shows away from show number 150.
That's the difference. Yeah, we got another one before Christmas. Are we here? Christmas Eve? Probably not. I'm taking the day off.
No, we're going to be here.
I'm going to be with my boo.
We're going to be here. Bring your boo.
Snuggled up under a tree.
We'll see you guys next time on the Mark Hoke Show. Have a good one, everybody. Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show, like us on Facebook at The Mark Hoke Show, and visit markhokeshow.com to keep up with everything happening with the show. And remember to check out all of our archive shows on YouTube at The Mark Hoke Show and download our podcasts at markhokeshow.podbean.com and all your favorite podcast outlets. So join The Mark Hoke Show family today, and thanks for listening.